This is my 65-gallon build. This is a 1985 vintage tank, 36 across, 18 deep, and 24 high. The lighting is a SolarMax DB. There are two T5s, one at 10,000 K, the other a Kintic, and LEDs. This is an awesome light. It seems very sufficient for what's in the tank at this moment, which is a hammerhead coral on the left. Let's zoom in on that since I mentioned him. And he's here, he's thriving, he's been here since November 4th. I should mention this tank's only been cycling since October 4th. The parameters are 0 ammonia, 0 nitrates, salinity is just under 1025. Nitrates are about 20 to 40 parts per million. This rock is Pucani, purchased online. What you're looking at is about 57 pounds, and you're looking at some really large pieces of rock, one on the left, one on the right. Those are pretty much single pieces except for a couple of tiny fragments of rock glued to the top. Pieces in the front, that's a whole piece, and in the back that's about 3 or 4 pieces and a bunch of little fragments put together. And the tank now is a Tamini Tang and a Solaris Clown. There's some cinnamon zoanthids that we just passed that's on the coralline rock as well. And there's an anemone which has been there as long as the tang has. He just came out this morning. He was in hiding. So let's look quickly at the hardware. The stand is deeper than the depth of the tank, and that is to accommodate the plumbing. The drain is 1.5 inches. It's connected to a glass holes 700 kit, and that is the siphon break for the drain, which also allows an awesome amount of air into the water to help aerate it, which is just great. The return is there. It's 3/4 inch, and it's coming up from a Marineland 3000 series pump. I replaced my Mag 7. I don't like the noise. The power head is Hydor 750. Not the most convenient location for maintenance, but an awesome location for circulation. That's one of the 2 heaters I have. This one in the tank, an Aqueon Pro 250, and in the Sump Fuge there is a Aqueon 150. The substrate is Argonaut reef sand special grade. There's 40 pounds in the tank. There's 10 ounces of donated substrate from a healthy reef. There's a couple of snails, hermits, and some empty shells. I'm going to turn the video off for a moment. So what I've done is to take one door off the cabinet. What it is they're held on by magnets and they just snap off, which allows really good access. You're looking at a do-it-yourself top off. It works great. There's a Phoenix heater in there. It's 100 watts. There is a small Marineland mini jet pump, and that's connected to a Coral View switch, which is that white thing there. It looks like a creamsicle. And there is the hardware for the float switch, most of which you can't see. Oh, there it is, actually, right there. Now I'm going to pop off the other side of the cabinet, pull back, and you can get a better view. There's the sump. It's a 20-gallon. Put the baffles in, glued them with silicone. There is a Reef Octopus NWB 110. It's been in there for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks now, so it's still coming up to speed. Right now it's turned off to let some Macrobacter 7 do its thing, and I'll be turning it on a little later. This is an AquaClear. This is seating for a quarantine hospital tank. In the Fuge at the moment, which has only been up since, meaning up that it's actually had any macroalgae in it, was since November 4th. The rock has been curing in the sump along with the display tank rock. You're going to have some Pucani, and there is some donated live rock that was also put in November 4th. What kind of rock, I'm not sure. There's fern calupra, there's grape calupra, and there's some Cato and Ulva that are in there now. With the octopus, there's an overflow container, which I hooked up, which was great. What else to show? This is still a work in progress. The tops aren't cut yet completely, but that will happen soon. So that's the overview, and there we go.